This is Colm McGuigan for IFLTV. Edward, you got very heated during that watch along whenever Conor Walker turned it round.
Oh, it was unbelievable. To be fair, I said to Conor after on the FaceTime, I thought the fight was over. He was 9-1 down and he was trying his nuts off. And I said to Amari and Ray Ford, we were doing the watch, I said, you just got to stay with it. You just got to keep trying. And I was talking to them and it all went off, right hand over the top. Unbelievable scenes. Conor Walker, British and Commonwealth champion. So happy.
Happy with that tonight, obviously. You like to be at all the shows, and
Yeah.
unfortunately you couldn't be at both, but happy to do it in the watch along with something different.
I mean, just something different. Obviously, we wanted to do something different. 12 hours of straight boxing. You know, Ellie Scottney was fantastic tonight. Good win for some of our younger boys. Conor Walker was just an epic fight. And Dalton got the job done and showed the level he's at, which is well beyond European level. So, yeah, good. And we're going to have a little bite to eat. And then we're down to the Cosmo. Well, we're in the Cosmo, but downstairs for a great night of boxing.
Adam Azim's tweeted, you might not have seen it yet, but he's... What do you make of that?
It's like a car crash. I mean, it's actually like... Adam Azim, I don't know if it's boxer or whatever it is, but it's just an absolute car crash. Like, I don't want to expose Adam Azim, but like the reality is, we tried to make the Adam Azim fight for Eubank Benn. Ben Shalom wanted Adam Azim to fight on the Benn Eubank card, right? They cleared it. We know he has this fight. Then he has Ramadan. He was happy to go on April 24th, 26th. I said, let's do Dalton Smith fight. Oh, no, it's not enough preparation. I get that. Like, he can't beat Dalton Smith in a million years, but he does need a good prep for that. So we made Adam Azim against Montana Love. Done for April 26th. When we went back and we tried to just close the contracts, we couldn't get it over the line with Montana Love. So we all collectively looked for other opponents. Okay? They sent me some, I think 2 or 3 opponents that were turned down by Saudi. And Saudi came back with Pierce O'Leary. And we put forward Sean McComb. And they rejected both fights. So please don't talk to me about Dalton Smith. Please. Because Dalton Smith would, like that, you can't keep piping up on Twitter, calling his name, if you just won't fight him. So, I don't know what to say or do. Like, it's just, they're not ready for Dalton Smith. Maybe after they've beaten Lipinets, who's, you know, I think he's having his 50th birthday when he comes to London. And, like, you know, he will say, oh, was that European? Yeah, that was European level. Former European champion. Never been. That's what European level is. And that's what you do to European level when you're a world-class fighter. So, it's the same with Caroline Dubois. We said to Ben Shalom, let's make Caroline Dubois Beatrice Ferreira for Spurs. 70,000 people. Oh yeah, let me put that to the McGuigans, of course. Right. And to be fair to Caroline, she's openly come out and said Beatrice is much too good for her at the moment, and I think that's honourable. But you can't be calling out other fighters and then saying they won't take the fight. And when Beatrice Ferreira, I don't want a purse for Beatrice Ferreira. Caroline Dubois hasn't got an opponent for March 7th. I will provide Beatrice Ferreira for free. Just give us the Brazilian TV rights, which is, you know, worthless to that show, and we're in for that fight. Unification. So
Have you said that to them?
Yeah, I mean, we had a chance to make a massive money fight at Spurs, but they're not, and it's not. Caroline was very honest, and I think she spoke really well. Like, that's my toughest fight, and I'm not ready for it yet. So, but yeah, I just want to make fights. Like, I don't like the bullshit.
Do you think Adam Azim still lands on the Benn Eubank undercard?
No, he's not. He's been taken off. His fight got replaced with Chris Billam-Smith against Glanton.
But when you made that Montana Love fight and you said it was signed, sealed, done?
That was done. It was approved by Saudi Arabia. And then Saudi Arabia came back and said, we will approve Pierce O'Leary, obviously Dalton Smith, we've already turned down, and Sean McComb. And
sorry, just the sequence of events. Why then did Montana Love get taken from?
When we tried to put the contract to him, there was a dispute over the money. We failed in the negotiations. So then Ben put forward a list of opponents that were not approved by Saudi because they just weren't very good and they want real fights. So they come back. Queensbury put forward Pierce O'Leary. We put forward Sean McComb. And we said, you got to fight one of these guys. Actually, Saudi said, if you don't take one of these guys, we're going to make the fight between between Sean McComb and Pierce O'Leary. Yeah. But then it meant that Ben didn't have a fight on the card and it was a bit of a moan up. So in the end, he got CBS against Glanton. But Sean McComb against Pierce O'Leary was actually made. Both fighters agreed to that fight.
Eddie, what do you do with Dalton now? He's quite vocal there about...
Yeah, he's mandatory for the world title. So I think he needs that profile fight. You know, they were talking about Regis Prograis, obviously he's fighting Duarte, but that kind of name, do you know what I mean? Go to Sheffield, because he's going to fight for the world title this year. But I'm hoping that Adam Azim will take the fight, because this will be the last chance Adam Azim will get this summer to make that fight, because we're mandatory for the world title. So he's going to fight for the world title at the end of the year. We're only going to have one more in the summer. So we'll see.
Eddie, obviously just need to ask about Conor Walker. What you kind of said there, you're fast becoming my favourite fighter, I think you said to him. What do you do with Conor Walker next? And is this a real feel-good story for you? Because I heard you say on that watch-along, like he was only earning like maybe 10,000.
Yeah, I like good stories. I like trying to help people change their life. And I like to see people reap the rewards of their hard work. You can't do it for everybody. And a lot of people deserve more. A lot of people deserve more success than they actually get in life through the quality of their heart and the work that they put in. And Conor Walker is someone that's actually, but, you know, life is just about luck and being in the right place at the right time. Like somehow Conor Walker got accepted as the fight for Cyrus Patterson, right? Could have been someone else. If he had never got that opportunity, his life might have gone on a small hall show, not prepared well, and then end up getting beat, maybe retiring. But he won that fight. Then he went into the Crocker fight. It was a very close fight. Could have gone either way. Then that was a horrible fight for him tonight. No one wants to fight Harry Scarf. He's like, and I'm so pleased he took the fight, because I said to Sam Jones, like, I really think you should take the fight. And Sam's like, oh, it's a horrible fight. But I said, I know it is, but the money's good, and I think you can win. But if you don't, we'll bring you back anyway. I'm always going to give Conor Walker opportunities. But now, I always say it's a game of snakes and ladders, right? You're moving up the board. And when you get beat, you fall down the board and you go down a couple of levels and you're back to making that money. But he's gone, boom, 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 Harry Scarf, boom, and now all of a sudden he's up here.
So who's the fights that you see Conor Walker against next time?
I mean, I've always wanted to make the Echo Eskerman fight. That was supposed to be the fight we was going to make tonight. Conor Walker against Echo Eskerman. I mean, it's an absolute bloodbath, that fight.
Chris Mannix said he and Marius Barrios.
I know, but the thing is now, is he's British and Commonwealth champion. So, like before, we needed the Echo Eskerman fight. Like, Conor Walker's the man now. You heard him say it. You know, he sells a shitload of tickets. We can do something big with him in Birmingham. And I just love the fact that he could go out, you know, he's a quality man. Quality man. Tough as old boots. You know, I know that the run-up to this fight was difficult for him. He had a lot of things going wrong in camp and a lot of things going wrong for him. And I felt at one stage he was going to have to put out the fight. I'm so glad he didn't, obviously. But he's a proper geezer. And Sam Jones went, you'd have to break his legs to pull him out of this fight.
Maybe it's not your place to say, but is that something that we could discuss, like the stuff in the build-up to this that he went through?
Every fighter goes through stuff in training camps, you know, and they don't want to talk about it because it's like, it's boxing and you're going to get niggles, you're going to get things going on. Life is life, you know. Nothing's ever perfect. No, don't ever think that any training camp has ever gone completely 100% perfect or something else has happened in your life in a build-up to a fight. So you got to come through it, and he did it, and he reaped the rewards.
Well, before we go, just this is obviously going to go out before the show starts here. Just why should anyone watching this video tune into the Zone tonight?
I actually think that this is a great card in Las Vegas. I think before the bell is even great. You know, you've got Zachary Moses, Nishant Dev, Harley Medeiros. 3 fantastic fighters. And the main event, Rubalcaba against Mercado is going to be a war. Then Tito Mercado against Jose Pedraza. Andy Cruz against Orcedo. And I honestly think Pacheco Nelson is going to be a brilliant fight. So tune in and let's go downstairs and watch some more fights.
Appreciate it, mate.